Mesdames, Messieurs, chers amis, bonsoir et bienvenue. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, good evening and welcome to the Oscars night for the industry. I am Bruno Cohen, the chairman of the Independent Voice, the Galien Foundation, whose mission is to celebrate and advocate for a very precious community. You, the tribe of the innovators in the labs, and your colleagues who work tirelessly to give the very best access to your discoveries to the patients. Who can say how many millions of lives you save every year? And who can say how many hundreds of millions of patients have their quality of life improved every day thanks to your innovations? So we are here tonight to say how much we need you and how much we admire you. And please give yourself a hand. In the United States, the Prix Galien is considered as the equivalent of the Nobel Prize thanks to the intellectual rigor of its committee. And it is my privilege to introduce you the Prix Galien USA Committee, chaired by un très grand monsieur, Monsieur Roy Vagelos.
Richard Axel, Nobel laureate, co-director of the Kavli Institute for Brain Science at Columbia University Medical Center in New York. Michael S. Brown, Nobel laureate, professor of molecular genetics and internal medicine at UT Southwestern Medical Center at Dallas.
Our MC tonight, Lori Glimsher, Cornell Provost for Medical Affairs and Dean of the Medical College in New York.
Joseph Goldstein, Nobel laureate, professor of molecular genetics and internal medicine at UT Southwestern Medical Center at Dallas.
Robert S. Langer, David H. Koch Institute professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Paul A. Marks, president emeritus and laboratory head of cell biology at Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York. Bengt Samuelsson, Nobel laureate, former president of Karolinska Institute and former chairman of the Nobel Foundation. Marc Tessier-Lavigne, president and professor of the Laboratory of Brain Development and Repair at Rockefeller University in New York. Roy Vagelos, chairman of the Awards Committee, chairman of Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, and retired chairman and chief executive officer at Merck.
Well, for many of you, today has been quite a long day, starting early this morning with the Galien Forum. I wish I could thank individually the 40 key opinion leaders who came from around the globe to address the most critical issues that the industry faces in order to make our world a better place for the patients. But if you look at the screen or at the gold booklet at your seat, you will realize the importance and the quality of this summit. In addition, I would like to salute the 55 French startups with us tonight who crossed the Atlantic to participate in the Med Startup program. Their ambition is one day, maybe, is to win the Prix Galien USA. We are proud at the Galien Foundation to have created this program with our friends Arnaud Le Retour and Yves Germany at Business France. to evaluate and reward the most promising projects. Mr. Bernard Pouchot, with us tonight, has put together an outstanding jury.
Chairman Bernard Pouchot, Director Roche Holding, former President and CEO Wyeth. Roch d'Oliva, Honorary CEO of UCB. Michael Dolston, Global R&D President of Pfizer. Jean-Pierre Garnier, former CEO of GSK. Franz Humer, former CEO of Roche. François Maison-Rouge, Senior Director of Evercore Partners. Paul Stoffels, Chief Scientific Officer, Johnson & Johnson. Elias Zerhouni, Global R&D President of Sanofi.
The Galien Foundation's achievements have been made possible thanks to our precious sponsors, corporate partners, organizations, and friends who share our values. And it is my great pleasure to introduce them to you.
First off, the two platinum sponsors of the Galien Foundation are Alexandria, building the future of innovation, and Oracle Health Sciences, the leading provider of innovative technology solutions for the biopharmaceutical and healthcare industries. We would now like to acknowledge our leading corporate partners for their pioneering commitment to our mission. AstraZeneca and MedImmune, what science can do. Johnson & Johnson, we collaborate with the world for the health of everyone in it. And the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America. Furthermore, we proudly introduce our associate corporate partners. Accorda Therapeutics. Joining us tonight is CEO Ron Cohen, who has been a great advocate of the Prix Galien since the beginning. The Boston Consulting Group, shaping the future together. Boehringer Ingelheim, nurturing innovative ideas today for more health tomorrow. FTI Consulting, helping biomedical leaders communicate the value of innovation. MAPI, committed to improving health outcomes. Merck, be well, not a wish, a promise. Novartis Oncology and Novartis Cardiology. When science and passion connect, innovation happens. The silver sponsors of the ceremony are the Pershing Square Foundation, Henry Schein, K-Soft. There are a few other contributors to acknowledge. Nespresso and Caudalie, who wishes to present you with some small tokens from Paris. In addition, we wish to turn your attention to important messages from the Mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, and from Ellis Rubinstein, with us tonight, President of the New York Academy of Sciences. These statements are all contained within the gold booklet, which can be found at your seat. We also wish to send a special thank you to our dear friends, Laetitia Perienti, Arnaud Lacaze, and Michael Parker for their commitment to the Galien Foundation. And of course, the dear friends at the United Nations, Josiane Ambil and Mariam Azarm. We are extremely fortunate to work with outstanding media partners and friends who contribute to the Galien Foundation's renown, such as FTI Consulting, Makovsky & Company, BioPharm Insight, BioCentury, Pharmaceutical Executive, PM360, and the Wall Street Journal Jonathan Rockoff is in attendance this evening. And also present tonight, Meg Terrell from CNBC, Joseph Walker at Dow Jones, Matthew Herper at Forbes, Jen Weiskner from Fortune, Olga Oxman from The Guardian, Amy Nordrum from the International Business Times, Marie Thibault from the Medical Device and Diagnostic Daily, Wendy Diller for the MedTech Strategist, Irene Jarchum from Nature Biotechnology, Nick Basta from Pharmaceutical Commerce, Dan Goldberg from Politico NY Health. Last, but certainly not the least, the advisory board members of the Galien Foundation, including Gilles Bosch, Jay Burfuss, Lee Davies, Cynthia Ekberg-Sai, Les Funtlater, Shari Gersten, Mark Goldstone, Kimberly Ha, William Looney, Christopher O'Toole, Peter Pitts, John Moore, Barbara Ryan, Philippe Chazan, and Zev Sherrill. And a special thanks to Medio Digital for producing tonight's event.
Before giving the stage to two of our most unwavering supporters, Joe Marcus and Steve Rosenberg, I would like to add a personal touch and thank Elie Wiesel and his wife Marion, who started this journey, the Prix Galien in the USA. I wish you all a fabulous night in the museum and bonne chance to all the nominees. Thank you.